Hello, this is Derek here on Coffee with Derek, coming out of Madison Ave Studios in Owego, New York. And this podcast will come to you in episodes and series. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe, however you're listening. We're just going to recap. To recap what we talked about in June, talked about my recent bid to health, physical, mental, and external aspects. And today we're just going to talk more. I got some good feedback this month, and I talked about my whys a lot, but never really talked about what they were. So I'm going to dive more into that, my action plans, and putting the plans in action, and talk about my goals and some other stuff. So sit back, grab some coffee, and let's do this. Welcome back. So I'm going to talk a little bit about my action plan and my whys, how I started my journey and why and what some of my goals were. So the last couple episodes, I kept talking about my whys. They were keeping me focused. I would go back to them to see, just everything I was doing. I was focusing on my why. Why was I doing it? And my whys would lead to my goals. So they were a little bit different, but essentially they were the same. So one of my first whys was to lose weight, obviously. That was the whole goal at first. So that was my first one I wrote down, lose weight. My first goal for losing weight, when I sat down and talked with my doctors and talked to my coach, I was 330 pounds. My first goal, lose weight. We came up with a number of 250. My doctor looked back in time over my last 10, 12 years, 15 years of going to the same doctor, and they pulled up and said, well, the last time you had good blood work, you were right around 250 pounds. So he said, that's a good number for you to go for. Let's go there. It's great. So we all agreed, and there we go. Why number one. Why number two was to get healthy, for obvious reasons. I was spiraling out of control, 330 pounds, tons of medications. I wasn't healthy at all. I was kind of miserable. I still always had like a uppity feeling about me, pretty good outlook. But on the inside, I was miserable. I was literally killing myself. So I wanted to get healthy. I wanted to get off the medications. I wanted to lose some weight, feel better about myself, longevity, be around to help people, and just not be so miserable to my friends and family. And along with that was to live longer. So, I don't really have a lot of family history for people not living long, because most of my family lives into their 70s and 80s. But I didn't want to be miserable for the next 20 or 30 years. So that was another one of my whys. So I had lose weight, then I had to get healthy and live longer. All kind of correlate together, but they have a little bit of a difference, because I could live long and be miserable. I could also get healthy, but not really live longer. And then I could lose weight and not accomplish any of those. So again, it was my whys. I literally wrote them down on a board I would see every day in my hallway. I had to walk past them 50 times. So my next goal was to save money. And that was another goal I had. I ate out a lot, buying medications all the time, buying large clothes. I didn't want to, live paycheck to paycheck anymore. Wanted to try and save some money. So that was my next thing. So we did end up saving some money. By not eating out all the time, we were able to, have a little bit extra at the end of the week. So that was my next one, save money. And then my last one was to get active. So by getting active, I was more being able to help other people. I mean, yeah, I didn't want to live on my couch anymore. I wanted to be able to do things more with my kids, but a lot of it was wanting to be there for other people. So, I wasn't able to go out and help people because I was so tired, like, and just moving slow that, it was hard to go out and be like, offer myself up for things because either I didn't have money or I was tired and didn't want to go out or I couldn't really help anybody. So, getting active was a big thing for me personally. I mean, losing weight and saving everything else was great, but getting active, I'd always been an active guy. I was always up early in the morning, out first thing going to work, and I would be running all day. So that was a huge hit for me in the last couple of years, not to be as active as I once was. So that was a big one for me. The next one, so we did my whys. So the goals kind of fell into my whys. And when you're on the program, they remind, let me go back to the whys for a second. So whys. So there's a thing that we use in the health coaching world. It's called Stop, Challenge, Choose. And the plan that I was on was really big into this. Stop, challenge, choose. So basically what they tell you is you have your list of whys. So anything you're about to do, if it doesn't go into your whys, or if it doesn't follow your whys, or it doesn't lead you to getting your whys, then why are you doing it? So you need to stop, think about what you're about to do, challenge yourself. Does it, is it going to help me lose weight? Is it going to help me get healthy? Is it helping me save money? Am I going to live longer? Am I going to be more active if I do this? All that stuff plays into it. So then it's choose. Do I have beer? Do I have bourbon? Do I have cookies? Or do I, do something else? Do I go out this weekend with my friends? Or do I do something else? Do I, go on this trip, not go on this trip, go to this place, not go to this place? Everything was a stop, challenge, choose for me. So again, focusing on the whys. So my goals, to hit 250 pounds. So that was a goal, but I had to have my whys in order to get to my goals. So I got to my 250 pounds or less. So I hit that one. Then I had to make a new one. Then one of my goals was to work out more, physical workout. So now I'm on a strength program through UHS, and it's huge. I got a group of guys that I work out with. They're teaching me how to work out properly so I don't re-injure myself or don't get hurt. I have to modify some of the things that I do because of my injury, but not a lot. But again, they're showing me the correct way to do that. And they're actually offering it up to first responders as well. It's kind of like a strengthening program. So it's a huge aspect of my life now. Being able to maintain the weight and reach some of my goals, it's been great. It's a great group of guys, very knowledgeable, and they're helping me continue to reach some of my goals. So the workouts have been great. One of our goals this year was to pay off some of our loans. So just recently, Caroline and I decided that we were going to refinance our mortgage to pay off some of the debt we had, but not really accruing any more debt. So we did that. And now we've been able to pay off a lot of the small debt that we had. And now we just have, one mortgage and that's it. And we were able to refinance it, save some points on the interest rate. So our payment's actually going down during the month. We got a financial advisor. He kind of gave us an outside look in. Caroline and I were kind of looking, going, we're really not that bad, but what can we do? And we were doing the same thing for years, so obviously something needed to change. So I reached out to a friend of mine, and I gave him complete access to our books. I just said, here's everything. I got nothing to hide, and but we need help or another opinion. And he was able to check some things off and gave us a different focus point, and so far everything's been working out. So we're definitely in the right path. Are we perfect? By no stretch of the imagination, but we've got the building blocks to work from. Another one of my goals was to drop my meds. That was a big goal. that was also part of my why, but I think it was more of a goal to drop medications. So I successfully have dropped all of my unhealthy medications, as I call them, the diabetes, the heart meds, that kind of stuff. I still have to take my one for my nerves, but I don't count that one because that has nothing to do with, I could be 500 pounds or 50 pounds. I'd probably still have to take those. So all my unhealthy meds are gone, which actually helps a lot of the other stuff because I'm not damaging my liver. I'm saving money. Again, all back to my whys. So last couple weeks, I have actually sat down with some people that have been struggling, some friends of mine, and some people reached out. And what I'm challenging them to do, if nothing else, create a list of whys. Why are you doing what you're doing? Anything. Doesn't matter what it is. Whether you want to lose weight, save money, go on a trip, whatever. Come up with a list of whys, and then come up with a list of goals. We actually took it one extra step with our list of goals. We broke it down to personal goals, like what does Derek want to do? Then we did my wife, my 2 kids. We each have our own goals. We started with just 2018. Hey, what do you want to do this year? Just to give you for instance, me and my son want to go to a Steeler game. Well, we're going to a Steeler game. We're going a bunch of friends of ours, and we just got tickets, so we're going out in September. It was on both of our, it was part of my whys and my goals, and then it was part of both of our goals. So we were able to save up some money, and we're going to go. So that was a huge accomplishment for us, and, me and my son are going to get to go to a football game. So it was cool. And again, all money I could have spent on other things, but that wasn't getting me to my goals, and it wasn't getting us to our goals, and it didn't fall in my whys and my stop, challenge, choose. Then we took it another step, and we made out family goals. So we have Derek's goals, my wife, my kids, and then we have family goals. So we literally broke it down, so my kids understand, we explained to them why we can and can't do certain things. So we didn't think it was fair just to say no. We wanted to bring them to the table and say, well, this is why. So they see the whys, they saw our goals. I said, well, let's make family goals. And the family goals range everything from we need a new driveway, we need new gutters, to we want to go on a family vacation. So, when we say no to going out for ice cream 5 times a week or 3 times or going out to dinner, this is why. Is it following our whys? Is it following our goals? Our goals as a family, we want to go on vacation. It costs money. So now they understand and they have a little bit of value add to that, so they can set, they just have that affirmation that, oh, okay, it's not just a no, there's a reason for the no or the why or whatever. So I think it's worked out pretty good. And then we actually took all these and we wrote them down on a piece of paper and we put them on the wall. I say it's a big piece of paper, but they're right on our wall, right in the room where we spend most of our time as a family. It's where we eat dinner. It's kind of where we all congregate to have family time and play games. So it's right there. It's right there. And as we as we get to our goals or as we accomplish something, we cross them off. And it's been pretty cool. So, my list was a little longer than everybody else's, but hey, we all have some goals and we're working towards them. So I challenge anybody that's listening to this that, have a why. You have to have a why for everything you do, I think. I mean, why are you doing it anyway? Why are we here? Why are we there? Why do we get up in the morning? So come up with a list of whys. Come up with a list of goals. What do you want to do? I hear so many people say, well, I want to do that. Well, why? And there's a lot of things I want to do, a lot of things I want to do within reason, and a lot of things I want to do outside of reason, just because I want to say that I did it. So that could be a different whys, your bucket lists. Everybody's got a bucket list. Well, what are you doing to get to your bucket list, I guess? And then break it down simple, even if it's, hey, by this Friday, I talk to a lot of people about, health and health coaching and stuff. And people can't even, there's so many people that struggle getting in 100 ounces of water or 60 ounces of water a day. So that might be your goal for the week, just to get in some water. Or your goal might be to save $20 or whatever it is. It could be small, it could be huge, doesn't matter, but you got to start somewhere. And I will tell you this, I have a second set of goals and a second set of whys. And when I focus on them, it's like obsess on your goals and you'll get them. Every single time I set up a whys list, I eventually get there. Some take longer than others, but eventually you get there. So I would challenge you and encourage you to do that. I have a couple other friends that are doing it, and they're already seeing the results and the benefits of it. So I know it works, not just for me. These are in our books. They're in our health coaching books. And actually, the Bible talks about it a lot too. So if you're a Christian and you're looking for those whys and your what's next and your goals, the Bible talks a lot about it. So again, I encourage you, whys, goals, and sit down as a family and come up with family goals. You'll be amazed on how much more it'll bring your family together when there's a common goal, and then they understand that. And my kids are at the age where they understand that now. They understand the value of money, and they're starting to get like, oh, okay, this is why no. Or I tell them, well, if we do this, it's going to push us further back from, going on that trip or going on that family vacation. Are they always happy about it? No. But they understand. So, or we do something else. So, again, thanks for listening. However you guys are doing it, like, comment, share. Feedback is welcomed. Appreciate it. And we'll talk to you soon.